The following is a presentation of Girard Sports Live. It's time for Girard High School Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Kraken, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.
And good Thursday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the friendly confines of Ted Taylor Gymnasium as we get set for this double duel between the Girard Trojans and the Anderson County Bulldogs, as well as the Fort Scott Tigers. We've got a full night of wrestling coming your way, including exhibition matches from the local Matt Side Wrestling Club here in Girard. So we'll have some kids going on in between, just going to settle in and have some great high school wrestling coming your way. BJ Harris along with you, alongside me, Dale Sherman. We got the band back together, brother. Going to settle in here. I scoured the earth for the best wrestling commentator I could come up with, and by golly, I settled on you, buddy.
Well,
so,
BJ, it is great to be back with you. I think we might have called some softball was the last time we were together in the state tournament out there, maybe in 17, 18, back in the day. But it is great to be back in Girard, Kansas. Great to be announcing with you tonight, and especially over a sport that I'm very passionate about. Girard started in 2018-19 with cooperative with Southeast with the Girard wrestling team, and we took 9 kids down there to Southeast and co-opted with them, and it was a great time, and that's where Girard wrestling started. From there on, we hired a great wrestling coach, and look at us today. We're going. We have a mat side. We have our own youth department, and that's what you have to have to fill a team in high school. So, BJ, it's great to be with you.
yeah, exciting to see this. It's been something that Girard clamored for a long, long time, and you're humble in not addressing it, but your work on the school board certainly helped, along with the rest of the members of that board, to get that and have that faith to go take a chance. Adding a sport is no easy task, and getting something going from scratch, certainly. And they've had some success. Right now, Dale, a good chunk of that success is on the girls' side of things.
It is on the girls' side. We returned 3 state qualifiers from last year, 2 state placers, and that is Kara Pope and Hannah Bailey. They were coming back for 2 of them. McAtee is the 3rd one. She was just out of the medal round. Ended up, I think, 7th last year. But you have those 3 girls back, and what a team on the girls' side they have. Another individual on the boys' side to watch is Coach Reek's son himself, Storm Reek, and he is a fireball.
And I think this matchup probably is going to be okay for the Trojans to be able to come in here, find some schools that are similar. They've both had wrestling for a lot longer than Girard, but hopefully able to compete against Anderson County and Fort Scott.
Right. You know, in the split of the girls and boys division happened in 2021-22. So just a year, the first year they actually split the girls and boys wrestling. The Trojans come out there big the first year. And now the Trojans, I see that will wrestle 6 girls tonight, will fill a weight class. So that is awesome for a team event.
Yeah, and if you're paying attention to wrestling across the state of Kansas, Case, you're really leaning into that, starting a girls' state championship a year ago, and then it's just growing. One of the fastest growing sports in the country right now, and we're going to get a chance to bring it to you right here on Girard Sports Live. We're in the midst of the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Community National Bank Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon. Pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And of course, Girard Sports Live has been presented by Pregame, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Pregame. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or learn about everything Pregame has to offer at ckt.net. We'll take a quick break and come back. Wrestling coming your way right here on Girard Sports Live.
Why settle for less than the best? Crocane's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Crocane has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Crocane.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust, federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
See Farm Bureau agent Judd Sasho in Girard today.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Whether you're suffering from the latest bug going around or have a chronic illness that needs regular monitoring by a physician, Girard Medical Center clinics offer quality care for your family close to home. 5 clinics are available throughout Crawford, Cherokee, and Bourbon counties, including Girard, Arma, Frontenac, Cherokee, and Uniontown. Our express care is also available Saturdays, Sundays, and most holidays for the unexpected illnesses that arise. Girard Medical Center clinics and express care, caring for our communities one patient at a time.
Welcome back out here at Taylor Gymnasium. BJ Harris, Dale Scheimer as we settle in for this double duel on the wrestling mats here in Girard between the Trojans and the Anderson County Bulldogs. They'll go first, followed by the Fort Scott Tigers duel as well. We've got girls and boys going simultaneously. We're going to have some youth kids going on as well, some exhibition on one mat. It's going to start out here on our left, at your bottom of your screen with the boys varsity match with Anderson County. We'll have some, as I mentioned, the exhibition going on as well. Girls going on the other side. We've got a 3-wing circus here. We're going to do our best to keep it sorted out. We're going to keep track of the score at the bottom on our duels. Individual scores will be reported here as you listen to us. So turn your volume all the way up. I mean, you're going to be entertained likely here with this shenanigans. Time to look at our area matchups brought to you by Diskins Auto and Towing. A look at the matchups from around the area. Go see those guys there at Diskins Auto and Towing. Jason and the gang, 120 East Forest Avenue in downtown Girard. Diskins also offers 24-hour towing. It can repair all makes and models. To learn more, contact Diskins Auto and Towing at 620-724-8100. Not a lot going on here today, this Thursday. on our broadcast schedule. But tomorrow, full slate of basketball as things get underway. We do want to pass along a broadcast scheduling note for you. Tomorrow's game, Girard at Columbus, will be broadcast, but and on Girard Sports Live, but it'll be just the Girard or the Columbus crew down there covering that game. We're going to run it on both channels, both Columbus Sports Live and Girard Sports Live. So giving Murph and Josh the night off. They haven't worked since before Christmas, so I'm not sure why I'm doing that, but it'll be good for Carson. So be listening to those guys down there with Columbus Sports Live tomorrow with their basketball coverage. Galena taking on Frontenac in the CNC. Baxter Springs traveling to St. Paul on the basketball side of things. Go check out our website, varsitysportslive.com. You can catch up with all the games going on. There's a special page just for Girard Sports Live broadcast. That way you don't miss any of the action coming up this winter. We've got a lot of basketball coming your way. Going to pick up this wrestling match. We're also going to step in and do the 3-2-1A regional down in Columbus. We'll be back with the Trojans on that coverage later on this winter. And then obviously spring right around the corner. So basketball season, I know Coach Wes Scott and Coach Sherlock are focused on that. But today we're all about wrestling, Dale.
We are about wrestling and kind of bringing a new sport to Girard. I mean, we've had it for 3 years, but actually a youth program that's filling in. The Matt side does a great job. They take you to young kids literally all over the 4 states. I mean, they're in Kansas City. They're over in Missouri, Jeff City, everywhere down into Oklahoma. It's huge down there, and it's just great to see a filler program finally get going in Girard.
Trojans will take on Anderson County right here on this mat in just a moment on the boys' side of things. We'll have the girls over here on the other mat going. Once that part of the duel starts, Anderson County doesn't have a real deep girls roster, so they're only going to get one match out of that one. We'll have a good competition on the girls' side of the Fort Scott and our nightcap later on. But right now we're going to start with this one here with the Anderson County and the Girard Trojans. We'll take our final break. We'll come back and get wrestling going right after this on Girard Sports Live, presented by Croc.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Mathis Drug Store is excited to welcome new owner Bria Scheibe. Bria brings years of pharmacy experience and the same commitment to community you've come to expect from Mathis Drug. Mathis Drug continues to be the area's choice when it comes to health and wellness.
Back out here live in Girard, getting set for this double duel. We're going through the starting lineups here inside the gymnasium. Starting lineups are brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans would look to start this match in style, but nowhere near the level of style that you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylists Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your very best for the next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. For the Trojans, it'll be at 113 Storm Reek. 120, it'll be Samuel Blair. At number 132. At weight 126, it'll be Gage Short. 132, Gavin Jackman. At 150, it'll be Parker Plain. 157, Liam Leedstrom. 157, Owen Murphy. 165, Zeb Poland. At 215, it'll be William Bishop. 215, Nathan Pope in there as well. At 285, Brandon Bishop for the Trojans. On the girls' side of things, it'll be Samara Wilson, 110-pound freshman. 125-pound top high-ranked senior Hannah Bailey in there. 130-pound Bailey Glosser at freshman. Carly McAtee, 140-pound freshman. 155 pounds of freshman Crystal Amaya. 155 pounds Kayleen McAtee. 170 pounds Diamond Amaya Reyes. And 190 pounds Kara Pope. Another one of those state qualifiers from a year ago, and 190 pounds Ariana Ramirez for the Trojans. Those are your starting lineups brought to you by the Jagged Edge. We got one of these matches coming up right out of the gate here in Anderson County with one of the top-ranked players you mentioned, or wrestlers rather, in Storm Reek. We talk about keys of the game, or keys of the matches. Really, as you approach a match in a dual format, are there keys specifically that you're looking for, Dale, to kind of get your team at least going? It takes an individual sport, makes it a team sport a little bit.
Right, and I kind of look at this just like track field events. Yeah. There is no one else down there. You can't point the finger that, hey, he missed his block or they threw a bad pass to me. You win when you walk out on that circle. It takes heart to walk out there and know there's no one else out here. We're going to start off with Reek. He is the son of the wrestling coach, and he is an animal.
Well, just one of a few, too. You look at that Girard starting lineup that's going to massacre here. I mean, there's freshmen and sophomores all the way down. The highest classification is one senior at the bottom, and then your 285-pounder, and then a junior. Other than that, it's youngsters.
Right, and that's good because these are kids that have come through our program that are going to be. So we're going to.
Well, the girls started already over on the far side. You've got that match at the top of your screen. And already out of sorts on our order. We thought something else was happening on that match, but
I'm not sure I think this might be just a JV match, but I'm not for sure.
Well, we've got the varsity, so if we don't have them right off the bat, but get a chance to see this here on the far side. Trojans in control early.
I believe this will be a McAtee girl. 2 points for the takedown. You get 2 points for a takedown, 2 points for a reversal, 1 point for an escape. We'll go through it here in a little bit. Again, 2 more points for a takedown there. And there's no numbers to look up a number.
Nope. Although, how easy of a change would that be?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
just
add a number to the singlet, make it just easier.
Of course, singlets stretch, so the numbers would have to stretch with them.
Figure it out. Let the designers work that out. The varsity match, though, on the side here, boys getting ready to go. We've got the girls battling out.
So on the boys' side is the Reek 113 weight class. As you see, Anderson County was in an open position. Gerard does not have that weight class, so they will score 6 points for a forfeit for the team points. So, and then once again, this is our 113, and Reek will not have a competition in that. So it'll be 6-6 as we start out. Reek did not have that
was over here. That was pretty quick. You didn't miss much on that mat, just to walk out in an arm race. So we didn't get to see that wrestle right off the bat that we were looking for, but I imagine we will at some point. They've got exhibition going over here on this other mat, so we don't have those rosters on the exhibition side of things. We get a chance to watch some of these kids wrestle over here on the far side. When the boys varsity get going here on the left, we'll certainly flip back over there as well. little music going the whole time.
Oh,
It's a festive vibe going on
is. This is one of the most emotional sports you'll ever see. You'll see a grandma come out of the stands. Once again, Girard will win by forfeit. Anderson County could not fill the weight class.
So 12-0 early lead in the dual side of things for the Trojans. And they'll take another one. We'll get maybe our first match of this contest. Completely losing track of where we're at on the
weight classes.
Yeah. We'll do our best. Well, we got eyeball. What do you think? 126 pounds? They've ran 3 through, and they've 3, so this would be Gavin Jackson as my guess. 128 pounds. They've got us at 18.6, actually. Get to call some wrestling now, Dale. No more forefoot.
I'm guessing this is Gavin Huber.
Okay.
Gavin at the 138 weight class.
Okay.
Be going against Zach Schaefer from Anderson County. He'll shoot in for 2. Good job getting the leg, pull it in, and turn the corner. He's got to cover the hips. There it is. 2 points for the Trojans.
Trojans lead the duel against Anderson County all by forefoot so far, 18-6. Trojans had a weight class in there as well that they had a forefoot on. And now we're getting our first live action here from this double duel.
Just got to keep working that leg. He's got one arm wrapped around the leg. He needs to work it or let it go. Cut it one or the other. You see the Anderson County's pushing his head down. He's trying to get leverage to let that leg go. He's trying to get that grip broke one way or the other.
It looks like he was able to do so. Nice move, though, scramble and try to get out of it.
Reversal, 2 points. And now Anderson County will be getting some back points that's how quick it can change. Gonna have 3 back points on top of the reversal, so.
Just trying to avoid a pin at this point.
That's right. Just keep scrambling, keep fighting. That's all you can do. He'll get pinned there. Good fight, though.
We'll jump right back over. We got kiddos going from Mat Side Wrestling again. Exhibition action here from this double duel today, so I love it.
Oh, these kids can move. They're flexible and they're fast at this age.
I don't know if those words ever described me at any age.
No,
Flexible and fast. We were built to move people backwards, not necessarily on the ground. That's a quick move right there over there. And that's a quick match, fired up. It's all about building that culture too. When you talk about, successful programs almost always have, some kind of feeder program. You think about Webb City football and their youth football program over there for 20 years under John Roderick. I mean, they fed that school, and that's what you got to have to be successful.
Okay, so the last match was Jackman. This one's Huber.
That's what I said.
I apologize. I just one off.
Just trying to do math. Neither one of our strong suits, bud. So Huber in there now.
Good whizzer there by Huber to get that leg back. And now he's working him down with a cross arm.
Aggressive approach for sure.
Smash that head and get around, get you 2 points. There he stretches out to get that grip broke from the Anderson County. Now he needs to cross face and spin around back for the 2 points if he can get there. That cross face, BJ, is nasty.
Doesn't feel good, does it?
Around. Well, you put your wrist across the bridge of another kid's nose, it doesn't feel good at all.
You say wrist or fist?
Wrist.
I've done the other.
Yes. They frown upon the closed fist, but you will see it once in a while. They're going to call him for out of bounds. They'll bring him back to the circle. No one had control, so they will start in the neutral position again.
All knotted up at 0 still. Nobody scored in this matchup here. This guy?
Yep,
Schaefer and Huber. Schaefer for the Bulldogs, Huber for the Trojans. Got another youth match going on at the top of your screen as Huber and Schaefer battle out at the bottom of your screen.
Once again, Huber is a freshman, so that's another young athlete. A normal program, BJ, freshmen do not see the mat.
Right.
They'll see JV mat, but they hardly ever will see. And first period is over on the varsity side over here.
Give these kids their 15 minutes.
That's right.
So going to period number 2 on the boys' side of things with Huber and Schaefer. This is just a second competition, but the 5th match of this duel. 3 4-foot to begin things. We're at a 138-pound matchup.
Anderson County is going to get 2 points for the takedown, and now we'll be working on top.
2-0 the score, with Schaefer from Anderson County having the advantage here with 1:34 to go in the second period. Trojans up 18-12 in this duel.
Trying to gain hand control. Hand control is so important to get that hand stretched out. That way you cannot get leverage underneath you.
Gerard back. Friendly reminder, there is concession stands located out in the hallway to the north. Hips up. Keep that wrist, get hips up.
There he goes. Work your way up and get an escape out of it. Score 1 point at least.
A pin by Anderson County here to tie this duel up.
It's not a whole lot going on, just trying to work those hands loose. And they're going to call it stalemate. They'll stand them back up. Anderson County's on top, so Huber will go to the down position, and we'll just restart it that way.
Second period of this matchup, Schaefer and Huber. 138-pound matchup on the first of our 2 varsity duels for the Trojans. Taking on Anderson County now, they'll have Fort Scott later. There will be a little intermission as Fort Scott and Anderson County will battle each other as well. We will live stream that. We likely won't call it. We'll go hit that concession stand Chris was just talking about.
That's what I like to hear. No points, and we'll go to the 3rd period.
This one's over here on the exhibition. Got to see that top of your screen. And we go to the 3rd period between Schaefer and Huber. Three 0 Schaefer for Anderson County going into the 3rd period. 3 minutes to go here. And match number 5 of our boys' duel.
And it was Huber's choice, so he chose neutral. Might feel that he has a better chance of getting a shot in there to get 2 points for the takedown. Being down 3 0, you have to be moving on this 3rd period.
I think they're more evenly matched, too. That you think about earlier on in this match, it looked like Huber had a little bit of an advantage and was in a position. Now it's been pretty even since then. There you go.
2 points for the takedown, and now he's got to turn him.
He broke down. Break him down.
There it is.
See him hook that leg Can't let him up. He's going to come out the backside.
3-2 with 2:15 to go in this third period. It's all right here. Gavin Huber, the freshman.
Smash the head and run to the back. He's got the far arm. He's trying to get that shoulder underneath him and then run with your feet to get.
Minute 52 left. There's the takedown.
Nope, he's already got the takedown.
What do you need in here? What are you trying to do? How do you score 1 point? 2 points.
He needs to turn him to his back. If he turns his shoulders at a 45-degree angle, it's called turning to the back points. So he's got to hold him there for 2 seconds to get the back points, or he's got to cut him and take him down again, one or the other. He's got, and that's what their coach is telling him, just cut him, let him go, and take him down again.
And he's trying to hold on not to let that happen, perhaps.
Well, yeah, Anderson County doesn't want him to be. He's up.
Minute 15 left. Huber down by 1, trying to pick up. Stalemate will allow them to reset, do what he was trying to do anyways. A minute 9 left.
So Green got a stall warning. No, he got a point for stalling. So it's match tied up 3-3. And Anderson County will go down again.
And top of your screens, exhibition matches from Matt Side Wrestling, local youth club here in Girard. They're going to wrestle 10 matches all told. I think they've got 2 or 3 under their belt over there. They'll wrestle 5, take a little break, come back and wrestle 5 more later on.
I don't know if they're trying to add time or what, but and it was just a warning for the stalling. The second stalling warning is a point.
Minute 4 left. Huber trying to get the takedown. What just happened?
I'm not sure what just happened there. Unless they didn't start the clock before.
Yikes.
Yeah. Great match. Once again, there's a Girard Trojan that's a freshman wrestling a senior.
Yeah. And right with him too all the way along. So yeah, it looks like Huber's got a big upside. That was odd.
That was a great match.
Back over here on the exhibition side of things. Got some beef going down over here.
This would have been me and you.
Yeah.
We'd been over here on the heavier side.
We'll see which one's taller, and we'll know which one's me.
Another short joke. They never end.
Now getting ready here on the boys' side of things. Trojans, they'll update that dual score. It'll be Parker Plain, sophomore, at 150 pounds, battling A.J. Schaefer at 150 pounds.
And once again, Anderson County's a senior. So
pop over here and watch these guys hook it up. I added 3 points for that win on that last match between Schaefer and Huber, so it's 18-15, 18-21 rather. What just happened?
Gerard would have had a forfeit on weight class.
I'm so lost in this activity.
Yeah, Gerard couldn't fill a weight class, so.
Gotcha. So who's it?
We're on the one. We're on A.J. Schaefer for Anderson County, and then Parker Plain.
No, I just said that. I was right.
So Anderson County got 2 points for a takedown, and they moved out of bounds, so they'll be back at center mat. A lot of this, BJ, is knowing the moves to run or running the defenses to run when someone's trying to do a move on you. So experience is everything. These kids over here that we're watching, the youth kids, they are learning so much that a high school kid won't maybe know if this is the second or third year they're wrestling.
I've said this before. Again, I think I've already identified a few times here on the air that I don't know what I'm talking about. But wrestling is one of those sports I feel like it's the more reps you get, the better you're going to get. You can tell a kid who's been doing it since 5 years old or a kid who started in high school.
Right.
You know, I've always contended that football is a sport that you could probably start as a junior in high school and figure out pretty quick if you're physically capable. This one, you could learn all the tricks and be really good at a young age.
Right. You know, and that's something you're going to see with a kid like the Reek kid that has wrestled since he was old enough to walk. Right. And these youth kids that we're watching on the top of your screen there, so much valuable education more than anything. And wrestling is the complete sport. I mean, we haven't even got into maintaining weight and all that. The discipline of wrestling is just unheard of. Anderson County's kind of in control, 6-0 on this one, and that is going to be the end of the first period.
Plus, these kids are getting to have their match televised.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, they get much better than that.
We were lucky to have a television, BJ. What are you talking about?
Sitting on top of another television.
How true.
I was watching an old show, and it was cut down to the size of the square, and I told my 5-year-old, I was like, you know, that's the size, the shape TVs used to be, blew her mind. She couldn't understand.
Did you explain to her that when you got nudged, you knew to either go up and turn the channel or the volume?
No. She wouldn't have understood that either. I'm positive of that.
Well, Anderson County's working on a shoe over here on the main map, but we're watching the youth over here and fighting hard. I think both of these kids are very experienced. Now we're getting ready to go back to the varsity level.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
6-0, minute 53 to go in the second period. Over here on this mat. Again, Parker Plain against Schaefer from Anderson County. AJ Schaefer at 150-pound weight class, 21-20 is your score.
And
we'll get you in a minute.
You can just tell the experience that a senior has. He's just more physically developed, and the experience of knowing what moves to run.
All right, keep talking.
But as long as he fights hard, he'll get better at it every single time. Get a few back points. Anderson County right here, and looks like 3 back points. Back points are awarded every time the opponent's back is turned more than a 45-degree angle towards the floor. And he's got 3. Nice scramble there. Good show of heart right there by the Girard Trojan wrestler. And Anderson County will throw headlock and will be pinned. Gerard will fall there, but a good fight by Plain.
You don't see one, just make one. Just breathe. The title wins with the title.
And the next match will be Owen Murphy, a sophomore, for the Girard Trojans. And for Anderson County, it will be Mason Wright in the 157 weight class.
Can you do that? Just go to YouTube, go to Varsity Sports Live YouTube, go to the top.
Once again, the 157 weight class for the Trojans will be Owen Murphy. Anderson County loaded with seniors this year. Anderson County will grab a leg pick and 2 points for the takedown, and he will work to get back points.
What a miss, Neil.
The 157 weight class, Murphy and Wright for Anderson County. Anderson County will come on top with a pin on that match.
33-18, Trojans down now in this duel with Anderson County. And again, I got another one later on against Fort Scott. We got JV matches as well in between. We've got exhibition. Tigers are over here warming up as we speak on the far side mat, the right side mat.
And this will be the 165 weight class. Zeb Poland for the Trojans, another freshman. And the 165 for Anderson County will be Colton Whitman, a senior. Just telling the audience that Anderson County's loaded with seniors this year. So
Trojans have yet to win a match in this duel. The 18 points are from forfeit. They'd like to get one here outright.
Shot in by Anderson County, and he's deep. Poland needs to escape. And Anderson County, see the Anderson County has hooked that leg of Poland. That is an experience trademark right there. You hook that leg, he can't go anywhere.
A lot of, as many freshmen we've had, that side's been around for a couple of years. Some of these kids probably came through that side.
And they'll just filter in, and that's what the filling program is. I mean, the filler program, you have to have the youth to get up. Oof. Poland will be returned back to the mat. Almost had an escape there. He just needed to break the hands.
2-0 Anderson County. Minutes to go in the first period.
Anderson County digging that head in the back of Poland's head just to push that head down and roll him just like he did right there.
Colin Whitman for Anderson County looking to get the pin, and he does. (39-18) in this duel. Trojans have dug themselves a hole, and again, it's just getting reps and having that experience at this point for these guys. But man, you could see, anytime I've done games in 22 years now, and I see a roster, it's all freshmen. Think of a 2019 Girard girls basketball team. They took their lumps, went and won a state championship, and you're just going to do that if you can continue to keep the program together. So your kid was out there wrestling. Was that good? Did you see the Raptor? Yeah, I did. The Raptor.
So,
yeah, he did all right. Later, buddy.
Anderson County will get with a 6 points for a forfeit in the 190 weight class, and Gerard will get a forfeit in the 285 weight class, and that will conclude the duel between the varsity boys.
All right. Well, one under a belt. Fort Scott's warming up on the far side. And they'll come back. They'll be wrestling Anderson County. We've got girls action coming your way as well here yet. We're going to come back and talk to a representative from Mat Side Wrestling and talk a little more about that youth program and the importance of it as we roll on through our double duel here tonight against the Anderson County Bulldogs and the Fort Scott Tigers. Oh, I'm going to make sure for sure there's no match here. There isn't.
There isn't.
And we'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. More wrestling from Girard coming your way right here on Girard Sports.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Welcome back out here at Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium in Girard. BJ Harris, Dale Shireman here as we're breaking down this double duel between the Girard Trojans and the Anderson County Bulldogs. Fort Scott Tigers. Trojans just fell on the boys' side of things against Anderson County. We'll have a girls wrestling against Anderson County, just a single match, I think, or maybe none matches on the Anderson County side of things. The girls will battle Fort Scott. Boys still have yet to take on Fort Scott in their duel. We'll have some JV action coming your way as well. But earlier, just a little bit ago, you saw, if you've been watching our broadcast, you saw another mat going, some exhibition going from youngsters. And joining us here to talk a little bit about Matt's side wrestling is Adam Harrison, one of the helpers or people who organize this youth program. And I've been a part of some youth programs. It's not an easy task. So first, just tell us a little bit about what Matt's side is, how it came about, and what you guys are doing now.
Yeah, Matt's side is a club. We're pretty young comparatively to some other clubs. We're in our 6th year. It's kind of a building block to get a good high school and middle school program. You got to start somewhere. And when Coach Reed came over here, that was the first thing he wanted to start, was a good youth program. Right. So he's brought in David Green and Mario Corrado. They work with the kids regularly, novice and open. We got 53 kids that are under middle school and just about 60 total, with the middle school kids going up to 14U. It's one of those things, is to build it, you have to invest the time, like you said. So, getting the community injected and really supporting it's been great. And Gerard's one of those communities that does that well.
For sure, Mo. I know that very well. But coming out and doing something like this too, in front of the community, and getting the kids this exposure, getting an opportunity to wrestle in this gym and all that stuff, it's got to be something they were looking forward to, and just will only help grow and get those numbers continue to increase.
Yeah, absolutely. Leah Smith, who is here as well, she went out and contacted these other schools and programs, and were able to get to bring several kids over here. And we, I believe, had 6 kids that got to wrestle an exhibition at, on a high school style, gym event. That's pretty awesome. That's not something they're going to get to experience unless they go, to a district or qualify for state, which last year we did have more qualify for state than any other local club. And being in the 6th year, I think that speaks volumes for our head coach and our program we're building.
Yeah, no kidding. And obviously boys and girls, and so you talk about the girls side of things, that's just going to only continue to increase and grow.
Yes, and we have some excellent girls. We had one that went out to Mulvane Battle of the Belts and placed second last year. So that's pretty amazing to watch our girls program flourish like it has so far.
So what's a weekend look like? Where do you guys go? How do you compete? And where do you find tournaments and all that stuff?
So, trackside's our friend, and we try to find all the local ones and do all those as well. But we also try to take some of the big venues. Like this weekend, we'll be in Bonner Springs with some of our kids. We normally have some kids that make the Tournament of Champions in Salina. I know we'll have a couple that go to Mulvane Battle of the Belts, and that's 4 states typically show up for that. It's a really big event. Paola, Pittsburgh puts on a pretty good invitational, and Frontenac Brawl is definitely one that we get a lot of draw from Missouri. I believe we even had Greater Heights come out of KC-Mo last year come down for it. So we have some really great programs locally that's bringing in some good wrestlers as well as wrestling in Missouri.
We talked in this varsity match already, lots of freshmen wrestling for the Trojans varsity-wise. So you're talking about kids that are wrestling that side right now that will be competing here likely within a couple of years. It's got to be exciting and building that culture. How much of we're talking about the youth club trickling up to the high school club. How much is the culture being built by Coach Reek in high school pushing its way down into the youth program?
It's massive, and they see him and they see the older children, the young men and women that are coming through, and that really influences them to put in the work and come harder. And yet again, something like this and them seeing, the action of the high school and how they're going and their pace and their tempo, I think it really helps the kids put in more work and continue to develop. Like I said, we're 6 years. I'm a 5-year parent, so watching them and seeing them get to the point where they're almost in middle school, it's going to be exciting to see his program as he's built it as these kids reach high school.
Right. Well, that's exciting. It's cool. You're a Girard alum, and all those years we went through. The number of kids that we knew that would have been excellent wrestlers for the Trojans, and now they get to be, and that's as good as it gets. Dale and I have gone on and on about that already in this one, but thank you to you guys on that side. Just continue to build that and keep it going.
Absolutely.
Was you a wrestled when you were here? You would have been the tallest dang wrestler.
I think I would have wrestled.
You do?
I do believe it, because I think that multi-sport athletes, specifically wrestling, just goes into so many things. I mean, the mental discipline and toughness that it takes for these kids to get out there and be by themselves. I mean, I can't imagine it. I wish I had that experience, honestly.
What would you wrestle? God, you would have been good, probably.
I mean, probably 180. Yeah, I'd have to trim a little bit.
You'd have been cutting, Adam.
Yeah, probably.
You got that man body now, too, that you put on a little bit of weight, so that's good for you. That's good for you.
We all put on weight after school.
Yeah, no kidding. And then take it off and put it back on and take it off. But, man, thank you for stopping by and talking to it. Leah organizing all this stuff, getting it going, and getting this program. I can't wait to continue to come back and cover Girard teams and see your guys' kids wrestle and all that stuff for many years to come. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to stop by and talk to us and all the work that goes into having a youth sports program.
Thanks for what you and Dale do. We appreciate it. It's nice.
All right, Adam Harrison from Matt's Side Wrestling joining us here on Girard Sports Live. We'll take another quick break. We've got duels coming your way next right here on Girard Sports Live, presented by Croc-In.
Family owned and operated, G&B Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G&B Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G&B Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Why settle for less than the best? Croc-Can's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Croc-Can has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Croc-Can.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on
to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Gerard home and to support Trojan Athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
Empty mats here inside Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. We're kind of in between things. We'll call it our Girard National Bank, GN Bank halftime show. Teaching old dog new tricks. GN Bank, providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal business or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. And right now over on the far side, girls duel between Fort Scott and Anderson County. We'll have just the video for that. Unless you want to break down those matches, Dale, you're welcome to do so.
That's all right. I think I'll just enjoy the matches. But
Fort Scott's boys wrestling team. Weight class
Fort Scott and Anderson County, they'll go against each other simultaneously, girls and boys. It's kind of what we thought we had going earlier.
126, Gavin Miles. 132, Trace Metcalf. 132, Sullivan Gonzalez. 144.
Fort Scott girls fills a full team. No open weight classes.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Cody Geiger.
And you know, we talk a lot about the boys programs starting up, but pretty much all the girls programs are about even. I mean, they're obviously going to have more numbers depending on who's interested and all that stuff, but everybody's kind of starting from the same time period moving forward as far as high school girls wrestling is concerned.
Exactly, but in the youth programs up to the age of 12, they wrestle the boys. That's just the wrestling programs. Fort Scott has had long-standing youth programs. Yeah. You're talking 30 years ago, had a youth program, and Fort Scott High School has had wrestling since probably it started.
Right.
But the youth program, that is a perfect example of your youth program filling your weight classes down the road.
Yeah, Tigers have got some state champions as well over the years. Josh Latimer, state champion wrestler in 2001, and many, many more, I'm sure. That guy was different.
Oh, boy. He's a cat. So Anderson County and Fort Scott will wrestle now. Anderson County being the furthest traveling team here will get out of the gym quick, but once again, they only have 5 or 4 wrestling tonight in the girls division. So Anderson County a little bit low.
So we're breaking down things here at halftime. In between things, again, got the boys and girls against Fort Scott still to come here after this duel that's getting ready to start between Fort Scott and Anderson County. The game brought to you by Kenora Eye Care. As we take a look back here, that last match, Trojans had a few open spots, and then the matches they did just outmatched upperclassmen against some underclassmen. Really, the difference, experience probably would be the main defining there. But the Trojans did get some good competition. A couple of those matches were a lot closer too, and it could have gone either way.
Right.
So you like to see that as well. But thanks to Kenora Eye Care with locations in Pittsburgh and Girard. Here to help their valued customers. Learn more at KenaraEyeCare.com. We'll turn it over. Just let you watch these matches between Fort Scott and Anderson County here on Girard Sports Live. Looks like the Anderson County and Fort Scott, who I didn't get who was home and who was guest.
Fort Scott would have won that one.
Fort Scott with 40 points is the guest in that one against 24 for Anderson County. So Fort Scott gets the win. Anderson County beat Girard on the boys' side of the duels earlier. So right now Anderson County going to leave this one 1-1 with a win over Girard and a loss to Fort Scott on the boys' side of things. Girls have wrapped up as well. Pretty lopsided affair over there. With Fort Scott, as you mentioned, Dale, having a full complement of wrestlers, so they can fill out every weight class and get those points from forefoot. So the Fort Scott and Anderson County duels have wrapped up. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back, reset the scene here. We've got a little bit of an intermission before we get things going with our Fort Scott and Girard duels, but we will have girls action and boys action going simultaneously when we return with that duel in just a little bit. We'll reset and get going. Back here at Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, we're watching Girard Trojan High School Wrestling on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com. Preserving traditions for those who follow.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have two convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Welcome back. In progress, senior recognition. 3 girls being recognized here on senior night. This is Hannah Bailey.
And she's currently ranked in the state this year.
One of the ranked wrestlers for Girard, Hannah Bailey, very good softball player as well.
Kara is a 3-time letterman. She's also a state placer last year at the 3-2
Kara Pope.
state tournament, placing 5th. and she is currently ranked in the state at 190 pounds. And she is also a two-time state qualifier along with Hannah Bailey.
Two-time state qualifiers in the senior class with these girls. And
yeah, they've really come on in the 2 years they've wrestled.
All-time state qualifiers, yes. All the times it's been available to qualify.
John and Mary Bishop. Brandon is a letterman in football, wrestling, and track and field.
And then Brandon Bishop.
Both of these three seniors, all of these three seniors are honor roll students. All 4 years of high school. We have these three are a great trio, and they represent Girard High School wrestling through their academics and through their activities. Thank you for allowing these kids to compete for Girard.
There you go, recognition of the seniors here for the Girard Trojan Wrestling program. A young teams on both boys and girls side, but these seniors and certainly those girls anchoring the first girls team, a really competitive team as well, and so they look to get back to that state tournament. I'd love to see both those girls competing in the Kansas Shrine Duels later on in this spring.
Yes, and once again, it's a great, they'll go in the history books for Girard. First wrestlers, first state qualifiers, first state placers for the Girard School District. So congratulations to those young ladies and gentlemen there.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back, getting the Trojans and the Tigers still to come here on our duel. They got, I believe, JV matches, more exhibition from Matt's side as well, still to come here on Girard Sports.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
See Farm Bureau agent Judd Sasho in Girard today.
Back over here to Ted Edward Taylor Gymnasium. We've still got our youth exhibition. We're going to run that on both mats. Kids from Matt's side wrestling some other kids from around the area here in some exhibition.
Johnson. In the hole on mat number 2, we have Tristan Green and Daxton Hall.
Got some blood over here on this one.
We have blood on both sides. Drake Smith.
Oh yeah, we got cousins running. You got nephew, and I got cousins running all over the place.
Nephew and a cousin. So
this one might be a good one over to our left, eh?
Drake's pretty dang good. Good hard-fought mat up there on the top of your screen. Drake Smith down on the bottom of your screen now. Ready to start. Tied up 2-2 with the bottom of your screen up top 0-0.
Again, exhibition matches, Matt Side Wrestling, local youth wrestling club. We talked with Adam Harrison from them just a little while ago about this program and building it up here in Girard and adding it to the high school, middle school programs as well. What, middle school?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Had the privilege of watching Drake here. He's a 7th grader. So Gerard has 23 or 24 kids.
I hope there.
BJ, I think I could put you in that position and roll you up in a little ball.
I think it would be impossible to get me folded that much.
Things start breaking.
Smith leading 4-2 in that one. Right, and it's going into the third period.
It's a great matchup, both of them equally matched, and being so close, these two see each other quite often at the local tournaments, and equally matched up, both sides, top and bottom. Drake Smith's going to win bottom down there, 4-2. I'm not sure he won that one. He might have lost that one 4-2.
I don't know. You're just going off demeanor. Post-match demeanor.
Yeah. Yeah. Good match either way.
No, that was very evenly, and they were throwing each other out there a little bit.
Green, ball, mat 2. Green, ball, mat 2.
there's more yelling in the youth matches than in the high school matches. Well, these are the fun ones to watch down here, BJ, on the bottom of your screen.
Oh, littles.
Littles. The littles are fun. You never know what's going to happen.
I've got a 5-year-old at home. I'm trying to get her to want to wrestle. She wants to wrestle all the time. This is different. Well, I did take her to one club deal, youth wrestling thing, and she checked out when she had to wrestle the boys. So.
Yeah, well, you can imagine when my son was 5 or 6, when I started taking him over to Frontenac, and that was all fine and dandy. We're wrestling the boys, and we make it to the first tournament. First match, we wrestle a girl.
Yeah.
And he wanted no part of it.
Did he get whipped?
Yes, he did.
Scores going updated here.
I'm just going to split it. So both.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you're right.
So all the parents out there get to see it a little bit. As you see at the bottom of your screen, the varsity captains for the Trojans meeting with the Fort Scott captains. And they'll flip a coin to see who is home and away. Love watching the kids wrestle. The littles are so fun to watch.
Scrambling.
Oh, yeah.
Again, if you're watching, we're still sticking around. We've got boys and girls varsity duels still to come here. I believe the final of our mat side wrestling exhibitions underway over here as well. Trojan boys warming up on the near side mat. I think you tell me if I'm wrong, Dale, but in the youth, like littles and youngers, technique is even, pretty important. If you know the technique, like you were saying, if you know some of the tricks of the trade, it's not going to be as much about strength or maybe even leverage, just more about being in the right place at the right time.
Right, and just teaching a young child, I'm talking 5, 6 years old, what to do,
right?
How to get in the position that you need to be in. You know, and I helped with the Frontenac youth for years and was herding kittens. Literally, you just tried to keep them all inside the building at one time. And then, you know, little by little, one of them will take off and like, oh, I don't want to get beat by him anymore.
Right.
I'm going to do what he does. And it really develops real quick. And from this age on, there's just so much that they learn, not only on the mat, but outside the mat and growing up. I mean,
getting after over here. 13-9 in the second.
That and they always sleep well after you get them home.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for mine, for sure.
All right, the Lady Trojans will warm up now. And
all right, they're going to warm up. We'll take another quick break. We'll come back and get our duel going between the Fort Scott Tigers and the Girard Trojans. A reset back here at Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Again, we've got basketball coming your way tomorrow. Don't forget, as the Trojans travel down to Columbus, that'll the Girard Sports Live crew going to take the night off. It'll be Columbus Sports Live bringing that game to you both on Columbus Sports Live as well as Girard Sports Live. So if you can't make it down to Columbus, be sure to join us there. And then we'll get back going full strength next week as well with our basketball coverage. Hoping to pick up some more wrestling, but for sure we'll be at the regional wrestling tournament in Columbus later on this spring, so be watching for that. Take a quick break, we'll come back. More wrestling coming your way right now on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Croccan has been serving the area for 70 years, and our employees are truly what sets us apart. Not only do they provide the best high-speed internet service available, they live and work where you do. They care about the company, our customers, and our community. They donate, they volunteer, and their investment makes us different. When you call, you get a local voice to solve your problems and keep you connected. We could not do it without their passion and hard work. Thank you, Croccan employees, for making us the best.
Whether you're suffering from the latest bug going around or have a chronic illness that needs regular monitoring by a physician, Girard Medical Center clinics offer quality care for your family close to home. 5 clinics are available throughout Crawford, Cherokee, and Bourbon counties, including Girard, Arma, Frontenac, Cherokee, and Uniontown. Our express care is also available Saturdays, Sundays, and most holidays for the unexpected illnesses that arise. Girard Medical Center clinics and express care, caring for our communities one patient at a time.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do-it-yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do-it-yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Are you in the need of top-notch construction services for your farm or industrial project? Proud Girard High School alumnus Chandler Humble and Humble Construction LLC are here. With 7 years in the business and a lifetime of knowledge, Humble Construction creates top-quality pipe fencing, industrial chain link fencing, metal buildings, water line installation, and a lot more. For your free estimate, call Humble Construction at 620-238-4636. Need land prep? Humble Construction has you covered with skid steer rock leveling and laser grader services. Humble Construction LLC. Excellence in every project.
Back out here at Taylor Gymnasium. Beautiful Girard, Kansas. BJ Harris, Dale Shireman back here is the Trojan wrestling program getting ready to get going here on the backside of this double duel as the Trojans will take on Fort Scott. And what do we got for matchups, Dale? You want to run through those real quick? Starting lineups brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans look to start this match in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carlos Sands, Robert Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your very best for the next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500.
We'll go with the ladies first. The Lady Trojans, Hannah Bailey, will take on Aubrey Martin of Fort Scott in the 125 weight class. 130 weight class, Bailey Glosser will take on April Elliott for Fort Scott. We'll jump down to the 140 weight class. Carly McAtee will take on Candace Hall for Fort Scott. We'll jump all the way down to the 170 class because it just the way it is. We can't fill a full one. 170
Diamond?
Diamond, yeah, Diamond.
Maya Reyes.
Ooh, boy, that one's one that don't hear every day.
I got your back.
We'll take on Briley Straub of Fort Scott. We'll jump down to the 190 class. Kara Pope will take on Allie Smeltzer. And then the Trojans will round out with Pope on the 190 class. On the boys' side, there will be an extra match. Reek will wrestle one tonight. Fort Scott does not hold a 113 weight class. 120 weight class will be Blair for the Trojans and Griffins for the Tigers. Short will wrestle the 126 for the Trojans, and Miles will wrestle the 126 for the Tigers. We'll jump down to 132. Jackman will wrestle, they have two 132, so I'm guessing McAfee for Fort Scott. 138 will be Huber, and for Fort Scott it will be an open class. 150 class for the Trojan will be Plan, and for the Tigers will be Allison. 157 weight class for the Trojans will be Murphy, And for Fort Scott will be Geiger. And then at the 165 class, Poland for the Trojans and Gomez for the Fort Scott Tigers. And then we'll jump all the way up, down, whichever way you want to look at it, to the big boys. The 285, Bishop for the Trojans and Garcia for Fort Scott. Those are your starting lineups for the Trojans.
All right, getting ready to get going in this one. The Trojans and the Fort Scott Tigers, girls and boys. They're just, looks like they're working things up. Captain's over on the girls' side of things. Sorry, slightly distracted.
I don't know how, BJ. You only have, what, 10 other streamings going on somewhere?
11.
I wasn't counting.
Johnson County Community College Cavaliers are playing some basketball tonight over on JC Sports Live.
That a kid.
Still working out the final details in wrestling, getting ready for this one. Again, Dale just went through the starting lineups. They got basketball coming your way tomorrow. That'll be on Girard Sports Live as well as Columbus Sports Live. It should be covered by the Columbus crew down there as they'll make the trip down there. For what it's worth, doing that so we can have a little bit more flexibility in our schedule when it comes to springtime and pick up a few more baseball, softball stuff. So really trying to expand the broadcast coverage with our extra schools we've got going on down here and make sure everybody gets covered, but we get more than we bargained for, hopefully. So and I love getting that softball and baseball. Softball shows up so good. It just looks good. It's fun to call, and Gerard's always so competitive. So that certainly makes it nice.
Fort Scott for the girls will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open. So they will jump ahead real quick on the points for the duel. The 100 weight class, the 105, 110, 115, and 120 for the Trojans is open. So they'll get 6 points for each one of those.
Well, we'll talk a little bit about that as we're talking about wrestling, the new Kansas Shrine Duels event that's coming in March. Excited, not with the Shrine Bowl anymore, but was happy to get that event started. And one of the things we identified, a sport that needed it. Kansas Wrestling Coaches Association actually approached us about trying to get there. They used to have a senior classic that they would do in conjunction with the kids club stuff
the
that they would do.
Sunflower States, yeah,
all up there. But Sunflower State, I think, is a little bit different. But there wasn't an all-star event for high school kids following their event. So it's an East versus West, girls versus boys. There'll be about 15 kids on each team. So 4 teams total. So 2 boys East and West, and 2 girls East and West, and then they'll go out to Newman University and hook up. It should be fun. We'll get the broadcast. I'm excited about that. But nice to be able to recognize people for their hard work all year long.
So Gerard's best and best will be going at the same time. Bailey on the top of your screen and Storm Reek at the bottom of your screen. Look for both these individuals to be in the state qualifying matches.
Judd Bailey's one of those guys that probably would have taken advantage of a wrestling program.
Oh, he could have, yeah. But once again, Hannah right now ranked in 1 through 4A in the top 5. You don't understand how hard it is to get there.
Yeah.
That is an unbelievable event to happen. Of course, state qualifier, state placer last year, and well-deserved. Right now, she is in a matchup at the top of your screen.
Who's she wrestling for Fort Scott?
Hold on one second. That would be Aubrey Martin for Fort Scott. Bailey shoots in, great single leg, and 2 points for the takedown. Great job. The quickness on that shot. Great.
The bottom of your screen is going to be the dual score between the teams. The individual scores will let you know. And right now, Bailey leads 2-0 with 1:04 to go in the first period. And the opening match of this girls' duel between Fort Scott and Girard.
And Fort Scott did not have, on the bottom of your screen, a matchup for the 113, but they're going to go ahead and wrestle one anyways. Reek has already won it. It's just a fun game.
So they get the point. They'll get the points for the duel, and then this is just an exhibition just to get some reps.
It's Bailey still working at the top of your screen, working in, trying to get that back points going. Nice kick out by the Fort Scott. Out of bounds, they'll go back to the center ring.
Go back over here, bottom of the screen again.
I'm not sure who the Fort Scott wrestler is, but the Trojan there is Storm Reek, great wrestler. Gavin Griffins will be your wrestler for Fort Scott.
And that was quick. I mean, it's over. You look down, it's over.
I'm sorry.
You literally look down to figure out who he's wrestling, it's done.
I'm telling you, Storm's good.
I didn't see it, and I was looking at it.
Right now, he is 12-1. He's been beat once this year. And
That's awesome.
That was the duel down in Caney. Kid out of Oklahoma. Didn't even know him. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
So back to top, center screen now. Bailey leads it 2-1. Bailey got a illegal, I guess, grip is what they're going to call it.
Again, Fort Scott jumped out to an early lead with that. Some of the forefoot the class is not making for the Trojans. It's part of it.
Blair will get a win with a forefoot from Fort Scott. Blair was supposed to wrestle the kid that Reek just wrestled, but he didn't make weight. So moving on, this should be short for the Trojans and Miles for the Fort Scott Tigers. Bailey up 4-2. Another great takedown by Bailey. Working that leg.
The Trojan girls wrestling program, 2 years old? They've got one wrestling in college already, up at Baker. And
Poland's up there wrestling.
Rainey. Yep.
Laney. Yep.
Rainey. Yep.
Rainey. Yep.
That's Kit Harris, who just left Baldwin High School girls program. He was instrumental in getting girls wrestling going in the state of Kansas. And now he's the head girls wrestling coach at Baker University. Bailey looking to get a pin here, try to balance up the score just a little bit.
There it is. Raise the head, get the shoulders pinned to the ground. Great job by Bailey. And now Bailey Glosser will wrestle. Nope. Yes, she will. We got Short down here for the Trojans on the bottom screen.
Yep.
Oh, yep, you're good. Thought you'd split it already.
Now we've got them both going.
All right, now we got them going. So you got Glosser on the top and Short at the bottom for the Trojans. Short is the junior for the Trojans. No score down there on the gentleman. Glosser scoring 2 points for a takedown. Looking for some back points. 3 back points is what they're going to say. Glosser leads at 5-0. Still no score on the bottom screen.
Up top, Glosser leading on the girls' side of things, 5-0, 1:06 to go in the third period. She's looking to try to get a win over there.
Oof. Fort's got through ahead, and there's not much you can do. Just fight your way out of the back on the back side.
If he can get out of that, that'll be
It's a rough world down there. There he is.
Strength.
And reversal. 3 back points. Now he's going to get a reversal for 2. Oh, not going to say control.
Never quite planted it.
No.
And you see why, because it was right back.
Oh, another great move by Fort Scott.
Being Glosser over here, 5-0. 45 seconds to go in the third period. Down here bottom of your screen, they
live to fight another day. Wow.
Just bought enough time to stay alive. 8-0 though. On the boys' side of things, Trojans do lead the boys' duel so far 12-6. Girls will add another 3 points to their total, possibly here in 19 seconds. A lot of things can change.
Short gets on the board with the 2 points for a takedown. Glosser looks to maybe get a pin here. There it is. Nicely done by Bailey Glosser for the Lady Trojans.
Finish that with a pin.
That's right. Yeah, finished it with a pin.
Late, able to, it was about to be 3 points instead of 6.
Now Fort Scott will win some matches due to forfeit. We'll come all the way down to the 170 class. Diamond Reyes will wrestle for the Trojans. Ooh, nope. There is a 144 Fort Scott. So here is Carly McAtee will wrestle Candace Hall for Fort Scott. Top match. And Short has really done well for being in the position he was earlier down at the bottom of the match. He's down 8 points, 10-2, but has fought hard all the way through that.
Well, he's just about didn't make it through the first periods. He's going to make it through the second one likely.
McAtee getting some back points there. 2 for the takedown and 3 back points, 5-0 on the top screen. And
goodness gracious.
Yeah.
My arm doesn't do that. I'm positive of that.
Well, his arm's going to do that, or it's not going to be there anymore. That is.
I know your shoulders won't do it.
No. It hurts me watching.
There's McAtee looking to get a pin. Yes.
There it is.
Just again, strength and just rolled her right over.
That's right.
Had battled and hit her with some, her aggressiveness there certainly led its way. Just a freshman too. Yeah.
The Lady Trojan wrestling team has a lot of strength coming up. So and Short's going to make it into the third period. So kudos to him. I mean, he has wrestled hard. He's been in some tight spots, but doing good.
Who you got coming up on the girls' side of things?
That is Diamond Reyes.
Yep, Amaya Reyes.
Oh, 2 names there. Yep. And
at 170 pounds.
She'll wrestle Briley Schaub for Fort Scott.
What was that?
Technical, 15-point.
Oh, tech fall.
Yep. So 17-2 will be the final score on that one. Win by 15, automatic.
That's 5 points for your duel total, so that'll make it a 12-11. Close one between the Trojans and the Tigers on the boys' side of things. Tigers will take some more points from a 4-foot just weight class.
So I got Owen Murphy on the 157. Nope, sorry. Gavin Jackman, 132, will wrestle Sullivan from Fort Scott. Once again, Jackman, a freshman for the Trojans.
Maya Reyes for the Trojans. On the girls' side of things, top of your screen is the girls' match, bottom of the screen is boys' match. Escape for Murphy over here.
Jackman. No, Gavin Jackman.
Jackman, rather.
So nicely done.
Minute 23 to go in first period for Jackman. 1-2. He's down by 1 point. Schaub and Maya Reyes all tied up 2-2 with a minute 13 to go in their match. Top of your screen.
Fort Scott will score 2 for a takedown on Jackman. At the bottom of the screen.
Goodness gracious.
You see that shoulder?
They're not supposed to go in circles like that.
Yeah, well, they do. And pretty top-level maneuver that the Fort Scott kid just pulled off there. And
can you tap out?
No. Well, you can. But you're going to get called some names.
I got to handle it.
He's fighting hard through it. He's got the chicken wing in. He's got both arms, both elbows is what they call the chicken wing. And there's not many places to go on this.
Top of the screen is going to maybe go to extra period. Between Schaub and Maya Reyes. 3 seconds left in it, tied at 2-2.
3 back points for Fort Scott.
Get extra period. That's first point wins, right? On a
yes
overtime.
But for some reason, I thought that was just the third. I don't know if they didn't change.
No, you're right. They didn't. I don't know.
Jackman working a takedown here, cover the hips. Yeah, top of the screen was not in overtime, or it would have been over. Fort Scott trying to get a reversal there on the bottom of your screen. And he will, appealed the hand.
Maya Reyes trying to avoid a pin on the girls' side of things. And she does get pinned.
We'll go on down to the 190 class for the Trojans. Kara Pope will wrestle Schmister. Ali Schmister.
Well, there's no T, so it's not that. Simheiser?
You know, BJ, they can't see my paper, so if you'd went with it, it'd been fine.
Listen, I had to say it to myself because there should be a T where you saw a T, and I had to tell myself I don't also see a T. It was not calling you out. Simheiser.
Oh, that was the best part about broadcasting. You go with the name, just go with it.
Yeah.
Pope, another top of your screen, great wrestler for the Trojans. State placer, state qualifier last year.
She might have found one.
She might have found one.
Kara trying to survive this one. Just can't quite get that shoulder down. She's got a long way to go in that position.
And she's pinned.
Tough one for Kara Pope. I'm going to guess
that was it for the Trojans.
Simheiser's probably pretty good, too. So that was it for the girls' side of things. And Fort Scott winning that one by that score you see at the top of your screen, 54-18. And we knew that. Fort Scott had a full complement of their wrestlers. Trojans still trying to fill out those spots. It's not an even, I mean, it's still an individual sport. You're still going about those individual matchups, and that's what you're looking for. The girls will wrap up their action here in this duel. Again, didn't really get an opportunity to go against Anderson County. They didn't have much to fill out their weight classes, so those matches against Fort Scott, boys still trying to wrap things up here against the Tigers. They're down right now 23-12 are the Trojans in this duel.
And once again, the Fort Scott boys have a full list, every weight class filled except for one, and we took advantage of that one. So I don't know what the holdup is on.
I never know.
Yeah, it's wrestling. So
Trojans will have to take another forfeit.
Going to be Parker Plain at the 150 weight class for the Trojans. For Fort Scott, will be Jasper Allison. And he is very educated. He'll take the 2 points for the takedown. He'll release him back. Trojans will score one, but he's putting on a clinic. Throws the fireman even for 2 points. He'll cut him, let him back up. So right now Fort Scott's just working. But once again, that's what a senior does.
Yeah, just that experience. And, you know, we talked about all experience because we were promoting Matt's side and doing some of the youth stuff.
Right.
But you're going to gain a bunch in high school.
Oh,
I mean, those 4 years, one from a weight room, body, knowing yourself, learning, technique, education, all that stuff, just going to, you know, so that's why you got to stick it out and keep putting in that time. And talking with some parents around here about the younger kids that are for the Trojans, and that's all you can hope for is that they're going to stick with it, get those 2-3 years of experience, and then it's harvest time, baby.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you pay dues. You're going to pay your dues, and you're going to get better at it. And but there's no give up. I mean, you just keep working, and the harder you work, the better you are. And there's going to be nights like this for the Trojans and the team, the young team like it is. They'll get better. And
you know, we talk about sports, about life lessons and all that stuff. And a lot of times, sometimes it's overstated, sometimes it's not. But I would say the best life lesson is walking out knowing you're going to get your butt kicked and still walking out there. That's pretty much what we've been doing, and we do every day as adults. So
yeah,
you know, you just got to walk out there and sometimes take it on the chin and get better.
I mean, the life lessons that you learn are more important than anything sometimes.
Had that conversation with my little brother about farm life today. You got to take something from it.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Allison for Fort Scott, playing for the Trojans. I'm not sure the point totals.
Yeah, the points aren't right. So she had 3 minutes up. They're 2-minute periods. And I'm pretty sure that the points. There we go.
It's not like whose line is it anyway where the points don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Fort Scott's chose the neutral position, and there's a good reason. He's a takedown artist.
Getting down to the final few matches of our coverage here of this double duel between the Girard Trojans, Anderson County Bulldogs, Fort Scott Tigers, B.J. Harris, Dale Shireman here in beautiful Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. You know, I'm up in the metro area. You know, a lot of new construction up there. I don't get to get the feel of these old gyms, and I love this place with all my heart. It's my favorite place to broadcast from, still to this day. Just they broke the mold when they quit making these places.
They did. I mean, it's the old-fashioned. You still have the wooden seats behind you, and
smells right.
Yeah. The old hardwood floor here has been revamped a couple times. One of them because someone dropped a lifting plate
some
through it.
Better, some not.
But yeah, what a great facility Girard has got, especially with all the sponsorships and the donations throughout the years.
I don't talk really about support anymore because it makes me cry, so I try to avoid it, but they know.
Yeah. This will be Owen Murphy for the Trojans at the 157 weight class. The Cody Geiger for Fort Scott. 2 points for Fort Scott for the takedown. Murphy only a sophomore, wrestling a senior from Fort Scott. Fort Scott will work for a cradle. Murphy will roll through it. Just 2 back points for that for Fort Scott. Fort Scott leads it 4-0 in this match.
Up in the duel, 35-12. Basketball coming your way tomorrow again. Trojans travel down to Columbus. The game will be on Girard Sports Live, but simulcast across our Columbus Sports Live, Girard Sports Live channels. Only got a couple of those this basketball season. The rest of the time you'll have your full crew. Those two yahoos bringing just basketball action. Be sure to go to varsitysportslive.com. Check out all of our broadcasts across our network and keep up to date with the Trojans with their channel. Gerard's varsitysportslive.com/Gerard.
Murphy needs to let go of that leg. He got called for first warning for stalling. Therefore, Scott will break the grip. And that'll do it for period number 1. Geiger will lead it 4-0 going into the second period.
Murphy against Geiger here.
Yeah.
4-0. Fort Scott leads. Rolling into the second period.
Fort Scott Felton, Owen Murphy leaning forward, reaches back, and that's just experience. You got to feel that to be able to do it.
And Murphy trying to avoid the pin here at the hands of Geiger, and he is in a tough spot.
Geiger will get the pin in the 157 weight class. Zep Poland will be up for the Trojans. 165 weight class. Brody Stoughton for Fort Scott. Zeb the kicker for the football team.
Yeah.
Fort Scott will get 2 points for the takedown, and will work out of bounds, be brought back. Poland will be on the down position. Job to work through that. Fort Scott was trying to get some back points, only gets 2 on the back points. Now he'll try to roll him again. Except needs to roll through that. One more match to go tonight for the Trojans. Bishop will be up next for the Trojans. Six to nothing. Fort Scott leads this match. I mean, just the strength. I mean, it's man versus man out there.
Yeah,
that it takes.
You start getting into the 155 and up, you're going to deal with muscle and strength, and Zeb keeps at it. He'll be able to add that.
He'll be fine.
That's a pretty good frame for a freshman kid.
Zeb's got his hands, and he ain't giving them up until you called me for stalling, which he just did.
Poland for Girard, Gomez for Fort Scott.
9-0, Fort Scott leads it. And he's going to work a. That time will be up, but he'll get 3 back points. 11-0, Fort Scott leads it here. Poland will choose the up position.
Is a bald head a official part of the official uniform of wrestling officials?
Well, I don't know, but I've seen a lot of them that way. Oh, nice reversal, Fort Scott.
And broadcasters, for that matter.
Yeah, I fit in well with them sometimes. 2 points for the takedown. It'll be 13-0. And back points will be a technical tech fall for Fort Scott. Poland fought hard, fought all the way through. That's all you can ask.
Just getting reps at this point for those guys. Makes the dual score 46-12.
So Fort Scott will gain 6 points for the 175 and the 190 weight class. And Bishop will be up for the Trojans next at the 285 weight class. But there is a huge jump. There's 215, 285.
Yeah.
So that gap in there, there is a lot of.
Why is that? Why wouldn't you just add another weight class?
Well, because they added the 285 to get there.
Oh.
It used to stop
at 215.
Yeah. Huh. So you were going to be there if you couldn't get down to that weight. So it will be Bishop versus Garcia. Fort Scott's got the names on their backs.
Yep.
I didn't even recognize that.
Yep.
Talk to Girard School District and see what we can get done.
Or numbers, whatever.
That'd make life a lot easier if we had names on them. Usually see a lot of hand fighting in these upper weight divisions for the guys and just trying to get that leverage. See a lot of head throws, a lot of head banging on it there.
Man, that at the Olympic level is nuts.
Yeah.
Those guys, you see Brock Lesnar or something walk out there and wrestle at 285, and that's a different situation.
We'll move back to the center of the ring, out of bounds. It's going to sound bad. It's like two big grizzly bears just going at it.
Oh, yeah.
Bishop senior, or one senior for the boys.
Yeah, we had senior recognition earlier today. Garcia for Fort Scott, Bishop for the Trojans. Final match of this double duel. Anderson County, Fort Scott making the trip down here to Girard. Trojans, one of the few hosted events for Trojan wrestling as well. That's one of the reasons we found it important to get down here and cover it. And everybody watching now.
2 points for Garcia to take him down. And they're going to call him out of bounds. They'll bring him back to the center circle.
2-0, 32 seconds to go first period. Fort Scott up. Garcia up by 2. 32 remaining. Scott in full control of the dual score.
Garcia works an arm and gets him rolled over, and that'll do it for the Trojans. You know, great to see the Trojans out here. Great to see them fight all the way through. The score's just a little lopsided because the Trojans haven't filled the complete weight classes yet. So
it will come, no doubt about it. And the Trojans with a young squad here, taking a bit on the chin, but get the reps and get the opportunity here to wrestle at home, which is always fun. And we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up in our coverage here from Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. You've been watching Girard Trojan High School Wrestling on Girard Sports Live. We're back in 2 minutes.
Crockett has been serving the area for 70 years, and our employees are truly what sets us apart. Not only do they provide the best high-speed internet service available, they live and work where you do. They care about the company, our customers, and our community. They donate, they volunteer, and their investment makes us different. When you call, you get a local voice to solve your problems and keep you connected. We could not do it without their passion and hard work. Thank you, Crockett employees, for making us the best.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Back out here, Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, wrapping up our coverage of this double duel between the Girard Trojans, Anderson County Bulldogs, Fort Scott Tigers. Joining us now, the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Scott Reek. His interview brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon, pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Coach, you know, tough outcome what it is here, but wrestling a double duel in Girard High School, Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, hosting teams here in a competition. That's got to feel good. I know the outcome wasn't what you wanted, but to be able to get it done here at home, it's got to feel good.
No, it is a good feeling. It's good for these kids of all ages, our high school kids, our youth program, to come in and perform in front of their family and their friends. And it is tough for them because we're young. We're extremely young, young at the sport, and just grade-wise we're young. And both the squads that we competed against tonight have a lot of veteran kids, seasoned kids. And so I knew it was going to be a tall order for the boys. And for our girls, our girls came out and did what our girls do.
It's the girls' side of things. We'll talk about that just briefly, and the explosion of that sport, and then be able to have some kids that are competing at the state level right out of the gate with your program. I got to believe that's going to lead to more success down the road. So do you talk with those girls, kind of the mantle maybe they're carrying to get that program up and going with the girls' side of things?
Yeah, absolutely. With the two seniors that we have, they were the first ones through. They started with us as 8th graders in the middle school when I came over. And John Bishop, the old principal at Pittsburgh High School, came over. And Hannah Bailey and Kara Pope have done really well. And they are great role models for the younger girls in the youth program and also the underclassmen below them, because they lead by example. They really do.
And on the boys' side, you mentioned the youth, and I mean, just loads of freshmen. Those guys were wrestling in middle school, wrestling youth a year ago at this time, and now they're wrestling in a high school duel. How do you keep them that maturation going when there's some good competition out there in Anderson County and Fort Scott? How do you keep their mind pointed towards the future when the present might be rough going sometimes?
Well, that's the thing, and when you look at wrestling in today's society, everybody wants immediate rewards or gratification or whatever you want to call it. And in this sport, it's a process. It is truly a process. We're not rolling out a ball or whatever and running plays. It's a lot of muscle memory, a lot of repetition, and it takes years. And for these kids that are young, I'm telling them right now, I'm not concerned about the wins. Right now, we're playing the long game.
Right.
And these kids that they wrestle tonight that are juniors and seniors, they will be those guys here in a few years. They'll be the juniors and seniors, and the tables will turn. But they got to believe. They got to believe in their training, believe in the system. And right now, and I knew, because we do have a pretty tough schedule coming up with Lewisburg, Basler Linwood tournament, Paola tournament, the Chanute tournament. It is. They're gonna take it on the chin this year. But what it is, they're getting tough rubbed off on them. Yeah. And as long as they can handle it mentally, and do some stuff in the off season, and not just hang up the shoes and put it in the closet once February's over, they'll be just fine. They're a strong group of kids that got a lot of fight. And that's what I'm looking for right now. Are they just going out getting buried in 30 seconds, or are they actually, trying to fight and tough up? And that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So the technique, the conditioning, that'll come over time. But we can't give them dog. They either have it or they don't. And this group of kids, they do have that dog.
Yeah, you saw it in a few. You go back and watch some of that, and you'll see those matches. You can see part of those parts where overmatched, but we're scrambling and efforting and trying to get it. And then finally, we brought up Adam Harrison to talk about mat side wrestling, and you mentioned to those kids getting the exhibitions here. And we talked about it quite a bit on the broadcast as well. But how important is that to have that kind of program? And it seems like the parental support around it, the community support around it, to continue to build this program.
Well, that was one of the things that Mr. Bauer, when he asked me to come over and talk to him about building a program or starting a program here. The one thing that, that sold me, that I knew for years, is the community support in this town is tremendous. I mean, heck, you look at the facilities, and it's incredible for a 3A school.
Yep.
And so, I knew the support was there. It's just, starting a new program in this sport, it's going to take some time. And when I mean time, I don't mean 3, 4, 5 years. It's going to take, a couple of gins to roll through, 2 or 3 classes to roll through before you get these club kids in here. and we're starting to get a few of the club kids in, and there is a good stable down at the club. They're running about 60, 65 kids, and I believe they're all Girard kids.
Yeah.
And once those kids have wrestled their entire life and they roll into the high school, then you're going to see, impact. Well, like my son Storm. I mean, he's wrestled since he was 5, and he walks in. He's an impact guy.
Yeah.
That's going to come with time, but it's just time. Yeah.
Well, we've got time, and man, I got to call a wrestling match at Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, so I'm set, man. So I appreciate the opportunity, and it's fun to watch your kids, and it's going to be cool to watch you build this program, continue to build the program, and then the kids that go on to compete at the state level and bring that recognition back that has already happened is exciting too. So I appreciate your time, and good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you for everything.
Scott Reek, the head coach of the Girard Trojans, joining us here on the Farmers Bank postgame show. We'll take our final timeout. We'll come back, wrap things up here from Girard. You're watching Trojan Wrestling on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust, federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you, and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
See Farm Bureau agent Judd Sasho in Girard today.
Back out here one final time. Look at our split screens. Back to basketball floor is what it's happening. That's if you talk to any wrestler, they don't. This is what these are for. Is for wrestling.
Yes.
The nets can be gone at any time as far as they're concerned. But Trojans coach mentioned and talked about it, but he knows what's going on here. And the Trojans building the program up. They've got some really high-level individuals as well on this team that are going to make some waves. And as a team in a dual format, just a tough matchup today with Anderson County and Fort Scott. But excited we got to come down here and do it. Thanks for all the support, and any final notes on you, partner? Who knows when we'll get to do this again?
Yeah, I was going to say it was just great doing another broadcast with you, brother.
Yeah,
it's been years, but it's a special meaning for me to watch wrestling at Girard.
Yeah, I know.
But once again, appreciate you giving me a holler out. I'll come out of retirement anytime to come broadcast with you, brother.
Well, I was looking for the best broadcaster. I went as far as asking your sister if she knew anybody, so it was a real long stretch, but it was good to be able to do it. Again, basketball coming your way tomorrow. The Trojans will take on Columbus. That'll be on Columbus Sports Live, as well as simulcast on Girard Sports Live, and then the Girard Sports Live basketball coverage begins next Tuesday with a doubleheader at Riverton. Back home next Friday to host the Frontenac Raiders, so getting the new year off started right next week with some basketball. Trojans at Columbus tomorrow on Girard Sports Live and Columbus Sports Live. For Dale Shireman, I'm BJ Harris saying so long from Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. You've been watching Girard High School Wrestling on your home for Trojan Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
The following is a presentation of Girard Sports Live. It's time for Girard High School Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.